How to stay organized in high school. One thing that I've learned from going through high school and transitioning into college is that you have to be organized. Developing these skills help a lot with your self-management and will overall keep you focused and engaged in your learning at school. Making your way through high school, there are big changes, big decisions to make, and big responsibilities given. You're juggling schoolwork, a job, and family or personal situations. Becoming an adult and moving your way through life can be very difficult and confusing. Staying organized and using these skills in other parts of your life as well can help ease the stressful transition into life as an adult. Here are some tips to keep you organized and work more efficiently. Tip number 1 is to make a to-do list. I find this very helpful, especially to get all what's in your mind down on paper or on some sticky notes. When you're going through your classes, jot down assignments that would need to be completed for the next day. Another thing that helps stay organized is to make a list the night before a busy day. Forgetfulness runs pretty common for people, and making yourself a list is very helpful to make sure you get done what needs to be done. Plus, it feels nice to cross off your list once you complete them. Tip number 2 is to write in a planner. This one is very similar to making a to-do list, except you can jot down test dates and project deadlines in a calendar. This is also another way to write yourself little reminders. A planner is great for writing out your work schedule and after-school practices. Students have an easier time processing their tasks when they have a weekly visual of their schedule. Tip number 3 is to keep your priorities straight. Going along with your lists and planner, make sure to keep certain priorities straight. Studying for tests and quizzes is more important than hanging out with your friends after school. Once you accomplish those, however, you can reward yourself with more fun activities. This mindset will keep you focused on completing your homework and succeeding in your classes. Tip number 4 is to get enough rest. Sleep is very important to your productivity. Getting an adequate amount helps improve your focus and motivation. Being disorganized by cramming in work late at night and getting very little sleep is not a great way to get your work done. When exhaustion takes over, the body cannot handle working or being awake any further. This leads to not your best work or failing to learn the material properly. It's important to rest up and wake with a fresh and less stressed mind. Tip number 5 is to manage your time. In order to keep on track with your schoolwork and everything else, you're going to want to manage your time. This could mean setting aside more leisurely activities and studying instead for that big test. Planning a project or paper ahead of when it is due is a lot less stressful than rushing it through the night before. Your work will look neater and you'll most likely get a better grade if you set aside time to think through it without a time crunch. Tip number 6 is to set up a routine. Our brains love having a routine. In fact, it makes us work more efficiently throughout our day. Have you ever missed doing something in the morning? You probably weren't prepared enough. Creating a nighttime routine to prepare yourself is an excellent way. Set out your clothes and shoes the night before. Have your backpack packed and go through your to-do list. Make sure you've got everything completed so you're ready to start the next day. Having a routine is also helpful in finding downtime. Plan out when you can rest and hang with friends or chill and watch a movie so you can still set up some time to study. All these tips will ultimately lead you to your success in and outside of school. You'll feel better about yourself and have free time to do what you love. And then these are some of my references.